Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We have another beautiful Monday afternoon Discord meeting. We got plenty of people in here. We got Awesome Art, the greatest moderator alive, Dan Bob Dan, myself, Jimmy M. Buckley, Nalani, Stephanie, Tradewise, what's going on? Trevor, Volpu, Will, Yosef, that's just getting it started, baby. It's good to see this community growing. First, I want to make an announcement. We are at 951 subscribers. We just leveled up, baby. So thank you to each and every one of you who keep watching, viewing, and hitting that subscribe button. And if it wasn't for you, we would not be here. We have an awesome team, an awesome community. So if you want to be a part of it, go to that description. Go ahead and join our Discord. Like and subscribe. All that good, fabulous stuff that brings us all a little closer. Today, we have a awesome gentleman here with us. My right-hand man, the one, the only, the Covey. Covey is going to be going over everything that we usually go over. And yeah, why don't you just jump right into it, Covey?
All right. What's up, guys? So, I don't know. I'm just going to start off in... I'm from Canada, so this weekend it was, I think, Canada's 153rd birthday, so it was a long weekend. I might be a little hungover, so sorry about that. I'm just kidding. Anyways, we'll jump into this. So the SPY, my first thought when it comes to what we're looking at here is I'm not really loving what I'm seeing here, especially when we crossed the day on like Friday where it pushed up and then we had a sellout throughout the day, and now it's just kind of bouncing off this 10-day moving average. And the thing that also makes me bullish about this is we have this run up and now it's kind of flattening out and we're not really selling off. We're just kind of testing and just trading sideways, which is really nice to see. Now, the thing that I'm doing currently right now with my positions and everything that's kind of going on is I'm taking a little bit of risk off the table here. I'm still trading, but I am taking a little bit of risk off the table, and I'm only focusing on very quality trades that I find to be that I like to trade and have confidence taking. So it's just stuff I gotta be worried about. Like I like how we're holding this 10-day in the SPY. The thing I don't like is I talked about this last meeting, which is this the MMFI, which is the percentage of stocks above its 50-day moving average. So market traded sideways, but this went down had about a 10% tank today. So a lot of stocks traded down today, based on what this is saying. And then, which is only showing that a certain amount of stocks are holding this market up and driving it up. So what we want to be doing is, or what me and Dave are doing is we're looking at the hotter sectors, because that's where all the money is flowing to. And Dan talked about this too before, was with only a certain amount of sectors are holding this market up right now. So I do have access to MarketSmith. I do explain MarketSmith in our TradingView video if you guys do want to check it out, or if somebody wants to link that in the chat. But pretty much, I just want to kind of walk you through the top 5 sectors, and then you guys can write this down based on the IBD rating of the overall market compared to these sectors. So we have computer data and storage. As of right now, they're ranked number 1 towards the overall market. And you can just see this chart. So right here, when the market was ripping, which was back in March 2022, and then it didn't really do much. But now, as the year's progressing, this has really held up the most overall with the market. So anything in computer data and storage, which you can also find right here in TradingView. So if we go to, let me just pull up an example. So if you go into TradingView, you can see electronic technology, semiconductors. That would be more semiconductor, but if something says computer data storage here, that would be something to look at. And if you want, you can always reach out to me and I can quickly run through it with you. Or if you do have tickers tonight, send them, like just throw them out and we could take a look at that. The next one would be transportation and shipping, which actually came by surprise because a while ago, I remember transportation and shipping did really well. And then, let's see if it'll load here. It was doing really well. I traded ship somewhere in this time right here. And then it just kept on going. So I did take this trade a while back, which was ship. I always go back to this one because it's a perfect bread and butter trade. But yeah, you can see it here, hot sector, pumped up. So shipping is something to look forward to right now. Compared to its strength, ship is definitely, or its sector, not a one you should be looking at. The top one it says here is GSL. So if we look at GSL, that should be something we kind of want to focus on, and it is basing out kind of nicely. Now it is a slower mover, so we do want to, we don't really want to trade that. But then we have semiconductors, so that's your NVIDIA, ARM, stuff like that, which are pulling back as well. If we look at NVIDIA, they are pulling back as well. So I don't know. I just see a lot of stuff pulling back, which is for us swing traders really good because it's giving us time for these stuff to set up. Like we have NVIDIA, we have AVGO pulling back and now basing out, finding support at this 1500 level, 1550 level. So yeah, we just gotta wait and see where things go. The next sector we have apparel, shoes.
Hey, Covey,
which
can
is,
I just say something really quick, guys? I just wanted to bring up, if you could go back to your trader view really quick. So
yeah.
This is the platform that we use, guys. So there's a few new of you that are in here. You can look at our general chat or look in this water cooler chat. I've posted it in both. You guys are more than welcome to use my link. You'll get $15 off if you choose to upgrade your plan. But other than that, we are offering this absolutely free. Everything that we offer you is absolutely free. All the information, everything that we do here is absolutely free, guys. So if you want to be a part of this trading platform that he uses, we also uploaded a YouTube video that Covey has did all the work himself on. So you guys can set everything up just like this. So right there in the chat is the TradingView link that you can use. It's absolutely free. And then, of course, how to set up your TradingView is also in that chat. So thank you, Covey.
Yeah. Thanks, Dave. And actually, thank you for bringing that up because I highly recommend anyone new here, please go and watch that video and set this up because it's gonna make your life so much easier because you're gonna be in here and we're gonna be talking about like RS, or we're gonna be talking about ADR or using these volume indicators, and you're gonna just be on the same page and it's gonna make the learning process way easier. So please go take a look at that. Is there any questions with TradingView or with the video itself if you guys want to ask it right now? If not, then just reach out to me and I'm more than happy to help you guys, or message me in the general chat. So where were we? We were at the symbols, right? Or the sectors. So this one we have apparel, shoes. So this is more like your Deckers, your Crocs, like your shoemakers, right? So it's just, these are just all the stuff. Now you don't need to have a stock setting up in this sector. It just gives you more conviction that, okay, a stock setting up in a strong sector where money is flowing, it's going to give you better odds that this trade's going to work out. That's basically what I'm trying to show you here, is that you're looking through your stocks. Okay, you see a couple setting up, right? You have like 4 or 5 setting up, and then you're like, okay, and then you start digging deeper on these stocks. And you're like, okay, this one's in a hot sector. Better chance of the trade working out because there's money flowing into it, and you have big institutions looking into this name, and that's where all the interest is right now. So just something to keep your eye out for when when we are in a market pullback right now, is looking at those hotter sectors. So, which ticker is this? This ticker. So I don't think you guys would get access to this ticker because it's only like on Market Surge, which is the IBD site. But I just wanted to show you it just to get you a feel for looking for those stronger sectors when you're doing a deeper dive on the selected stocks you want to trade. So yeah, that's kind of what my general feel on the market is. It's just I'm dialing back a little bit. I'm still taking trades, but I'm kind of waiting to see where this thing's gonna go. Like if we see a breakout here, we see like a breakout, high volumes, the market's up like 1%, and we see a lot of names starting to move, like a lot of the names we watch start to move too, then yeah, I'll be full risk again. But right now it's more for me just a wait and see, because I find there's always more opportunities to come when trading. So I'm just gonna wait and see. And if the market wants to go, yes, I'm gonna miss probably some key opportunities, but it'll give me more conviction on the later trades. Is there any questions about the market, or do you want my opinion on it, or anything like that?
I'd just like to make a comment if you wouldn't mind.
Yes, sir.
Now, when the market's trying to find itself a little bit,
Yeah.
I like to, if I do come across a stock that is really, really strong and doing well,
Yep.
even though they may not be setting up right now, per se, I always make a note of that stock.
Yep.
And that way, when the market, does figure out what it wants to do, I kind of know that's a company that's going to hold up better.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. So that's exactly what the RS rating is for, or the relative strength rating is for. Because this is, let's just go with the video because it's holding up really well. So that's what the RS rating is for, because when the market starts to pull back or trade sideways and it's not running, we want to see the stocks that are holding up the best and have the highest RS rating. So all the scans I give you in the weekly stock scan, there's about 500 names there, and those are all the stocks that are outperforming the market because they have a 90 RS rating, 90 RS plus rating. So those are pretty much, you guys don't even need to worry about it. Just use that list and you'll be looking at all the stocks that are pretty much holding up the best during a market pullback or when the market's trading sideways. So yeah, thanks for bringing that up, Dan, though. And yeah, keep a lot of that stuff that is holding up when the market's pulling back on your watch list, because that's usually stocks that are going to take off first when the market starts to move. So yeah, perfect. So I'm just gonna go over my buy ready list. It's not that big, as you can see. There's not a whole lot of stuff that I'm liking to see. Now I might miss a few names, but there's only really 3 that I really like. So I'll dive into these here. So top watch right now is URGN. I don't really like my top watch being a biotech, but it is, from a technical aspect, it's looking very, very, very pretty. You have a big move up on news. They released some sort of they're in their 3rd trial for some sort of cancer treatment. That's all you pretty much need to know. And now they have a lot of volume that came into this, moved up above its 200-day. Now, the only thing I don't like, and you guys probably can see this, is the RS rating's 87. So it's not great. Now I am giving it a little leeway because I do like it the way it's setting up very, very nicely. You have this big move up and you see it tightening right on this 10-day. If you look at NNE, I'm just going to go back to it. Like it's pretty much the same exact pattern. You have this big move up and then this kind of extend, and then you have it coming back. Let's see if I can move it to the side for you guys. If we do, just so you guys can get a comparison. What was it? URGN. All right. So yeah, you guys can see that, right? Kind of the same exact looking setup here as NNE, which ran 400% in like 5 days, which is all you need to do is catch one of these stocks every 3 months, every quarter, even every month if you can, and it'll make your count. But you can see, right? You have this big run up. So you got this big candle up, big wick up, and then pull back to this 10-day and outform getting tight on the 10-day. So we'll see how this one goes. From a technical aspect, it looks very, very pretty. Let me just get this big screen down. There we go. All right. Next one. So next, NEXT. The Predator, this is still on my list. I really, it just can't get across this 820 area. It's still holding its moving averages. It did get a little wide here, especially on this big volume day, which shows that. So when you have a big volume day or volume anomaly, like Dave likes to call it, I don't have a key grasp around it, but you have some big guy that's selling a lot of his shares right at this 810 area. So if we could see the stock continue to hold this pattern, maybe tighten up a little bit, get 2 or 3 tight days, and then blow through this $8 area on volume, we could see this thing go for a decent run. It kind of reminds me of something like what's a good name? I think Ship would be a good one. Like, it's kind of the same thing. You got this boom, 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 and then you have this big volume up, sold off, some big guy selling here, and then got really, really tight, and then boom, broke out on volume and went for a nice little run here. So next is kind of looking like the same thing. It has that same VCP, as Mark Minervini likes to call it. If you don't know what VCP is, I highly recommend you read his books. Dan has a good picture of all his books. I don't know, Dan, are you still using the one from my bed, or?
No, I'm gonna flash now.
Oh, you made enough. Okay, good, because that one was pretty janky, but
I still have it.
Yeah.
I got that picture. I put it up.
yeah. I'm glad he cleaned it up though, because that was pretty bad. But yeah, next is VCPing really nicely here. So we'll see what it can do. It just needs I say it needs one more day. And it kind of sucks today though. It broke its 10-day, but now it's found support on the 21, which if it breaks this 21, it's going to be off my list. So we'll see what happens. Then we have FLYE. So Dave showed me this one. Now this one's very kind of interesting. You have a company here that's brand new. So it's something like NNE. You go back, brand new IPO, and then you have a run up, and now you have a consolidation, very similar kind of stock. And then you have some sort of news here. Now the news was, I think it was something about them diluting their stock,
they were diluting,
which isn't great. But Danny in the chat today, which was very kind of cool to see, said if a stock's diluting and it's actually running, he considers that a bullish sign.
Yeah.
So, I have this on my list. The other reason I have this on my list, which is really nice, if I was checking out the fundamentals on this thing, and they're actually making money right now. So their EPS isn't great, but they are making money as of March 2024. And look at their sales increase. Their sales increased from their IPO to now is over 54%. So they're selling a lot of these, whatever they're making, scooters, motorcycles, e-bikes, which is showing some very outstanding fundamentals and could attract some bigger institutional backing from this. It just reminds me of something like REBN, which had big news. So let's just look at the technical of REBN, which had big news here. They were launching into like a Chinese market. And you guys will know, as I do these meetings, it's a lot of rinse and repeat and just trying to ingrain this into your mind, because that's what trading is. It's a lot of rinse and repeating. But you have RBN here, which is a move up. Chinese they were expanding into the China market. So big market expansion, lots of different people buying their coffee, and then you have tightness, and then you have a breakout here, and then I didn't take our EBN, which is kind of sad, but I did a further dive on our EBN and look at, as of December 2023, their sales have increased over 100%, which is, as a smaller company, really, really good to see, showing that they're growing, right? There's drive, there's fundamental backing to buy the stock. It's like a story stock, right? Now with Fly-E, I see something very similar with it, right? You have a newer IPO, a move up on questionable news. They diluted, but it still moved up, and now you're pulling back towards the 10-day. You're pulling back towards the 10-day, tightening up on this 10-day, and has really good fundamentals, like their sales and stuff like that, as a newer company, which is really nice to see with a newer company. So we could see a pop here with Fly-E.
Covey.
Now, this is something.
I wanted you to.
Now, this is.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted you to point out, because you did the comparison with NNE with the last stock. I think this looks a lot closer to NNE than any other stock that's out there.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's a newer IPO like NNE. It's getting ready to break its all-time or its previous IPO opening price as well, just like NNE. And it's creating a high tight flag formation too. So I think this looks really good on that aspect as well. Yeah.
This I would, if it clears this high tomorrow, I'll probably take a position. Like I said, I'm not taking a crazy amount of stocks or shares on this, just because the way how new this thing is, and like this thing could just completely rug pull and go to zero, right? Because it is a newer stock, or it could definitely have a multi-day run. So I would be careful with this. I'm just going to take probably half shares, and we'll see. Now, Dave, do you have the ADR on this? Because my ADR is not showing.
No, it's not showing my ADR either. I think it's because it's so new.
Like, does it show on Thinkorswim?
No, it's not showing.
Or not
on
even on
Thinkorswim.
Oh,
no.
geez, okay. Yeah, so my guess would be like this is probably a between 15 and 20 ADR stock,
Definitely.
Just based on how it moved. But yeah, it's a very new company, and I would be very careful trading something like this.
What's the float on that?
I wanted to let's see. The float is shares and float 7 mil. So yeah, very, very little float.
Okay, thank you.
Very little market cap too. So be careful trading this. And this thing could move very fast. Anyways, those are my kind of 3 top watches. Like, I do not have
I got a couple for you if you don't mind looking them up.
Yeah, for sure.
I want your thoughts on ENVX. Dan Bob brought this to my attention, I think it was this morning or last night, and I found it very nice. Now, obviously extended from the 10-day, but I thought you might like to see that. And then I got a couple more for you.
So, what sector?
That's a question before we move on, though.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Okay, sorry with that. So, I try to grasp it. So, when you say a faster ADR, then do we need to be careful? Is that because it's going to go up fast, but it could also come down fast?
Yeah, so basically what I'm saying to be careful with this is that it's such a small float, and this thing, like, and yeah, it's fast, right? If you have your stop in place, you should be okay. But the other thing to watch out, especially with a newer company like this, is like this thing could gap down. You can get in tomorrow, and then it could gap down the next day, right? With very little institutional like drive for that. You could have one big market maker come in and just dump the stock, right? Like he held the stock and then just dump it, and that's the issue with having such a low share float. So it's just something to be more worrisome about. Like if you have something like, well, this is like kind of irrelevant example, but Nvidia, this thing ain't gapping down unless there's some sort of news or big market sell-off. It's not going anywhere, right? You're not gonna lose your whole account overnight. Now with Fly, there's a chance that could happen because it's such a smaller company, and you only need one or two big investors in here that hold a shit ton of stocks, and then they're like, oh, it popped here, I'm just gonna get rid of my shares, and then boom, it's down 20-50% overnight, right? So just something a little bit more to be worried of. Like, so yeah.
So would you hold less of a time then, or would you sell at a lower?
So
right now,
no, I would still play my rules, like sell half at 2R, and I just still sell half at 2R and then see where it goes, or if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. Just have my stops in place. I just want to give you a heads up before you put on a trade like this that it could because it's a newer company, it could do something it could do something a little crazy or not perform the same as other stocks would, right? So that's just a little, I'm glad you brought that up though. Thank you. So yeah, just be careful with this one. But you can also make a lot of money off of newer IPOs, and that's where, and you can see with NNE, it's just newer IPO, like literally in May they released, and then boom, set up, move up, boom, and just see you later, right? This is looking very similar, right? So, what was the ticker?
Well, it was ENVX, but we can skip that one because it's still a little extended and it needs some more time.
I just want to see what sector it is in.
Sure, yeah, ENVX, electrical power equipment.
So it's ranked 32.
But I think what you'll like is COHR.
COHR.
Yeah.
Do see it.
I've had this on my watch list for a little while.
Yeah, this is looking good, brother. So you have this.
Sorry, go ahead.
Is it blue? Oh, it's not blue, but you can see it had some resistance around these.
Yep.
The $75 area. So this is actually looking really nice. So if it breaks this $75 area, on volume, and it's forming this nice tight trend along this 10-day, and if it could break this trend, but then you might hit some resistance here, but if it could trade through this area resistance at the $75 area, this thing could go for a nice little run for sure. What's the RS on this? 98. Yeah.
Take a
this looks really good.
At AGIO.
Sorry, I just want to do.
Take your time, man. I'm happy for you to do a deeper dive on any of the stocks I'm looking at. It just helps me.
Yeah, so they're I don't really look at. So the reason I only like to look at like these estimates and stuff like that is just I want to see what analysts are saying about the company. Like I said, I don't really give a shit about that, but it's just a more nice to see, right?
It adds to its conviction. Sure.
Yeah, exactly. It adds to the conviction. So I just look at the fundamental, just do a quick little scan. But what's the rank? It's 46. Electronic parts. Yeah, this looks good though. I like the RS rating on it and the projected.
What about the volume? Is there any dry up on that?
Take a look. So, a
little bit.
Wow. This is good.
Cool.
Yeah, you have this volume drop here, and then nice big volume drop here. So
Covey approved.
We have.
Why don't you take a look at AGIO? I think you might like that one as well. Then.
AGIO. Okay, so AGIO.
Your 21 is not lining up with my 21. Are you using a simple?
Yeah, I'm using a simple. I'm using a simple.
That's why. Okay.
Yeah, I'm using a simple. So AGIO, health technology, big move up here. Do you know the news on this move up or not?
I don't, but I can find it for you right now if you keep wanting to do your.
Well, I was just wondering to get a big move up like this. So yeah, AGIO, nice, forming a nice little trend. Now I am using a simple moving average for the 21, so it's not really lining up with, it's not following any moving averages, it's not really playing
Positive
off moving
trial
averages.
data.
Okay, yeah, that's what with the help of technology, that's what I figured. But yeah, this is looking really good. I just like it to see following a moving average. I don't know if that's, you see it differently on your chart, but
Yeah, well, I use the exponentials because I like the IBD where they use the exponentials on the 10, 20, 30, and then I use simple on 50 and 200.
Oh yeah, there's So I just switched it.
Yeah, it's following really nice on the exponential.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because we switch back. Yeah, the simple, not really, but maybe we'll keep it as an exponential, and we'll see.
Do you have your 10 as an exponential as well?
Yeah, I got my 10 as one.
Oh, yeah. I would.
I don't have my.
Just for personal preference, if I can, I would keep your longer moving averages on a simple and your shorter moving averages, because if we're taking on a daily, but if we're looking at like a weekly or a monthly, I mean, I can understand a simple. So that's why I would use a longer time frame on a more simple moving average, a shorter time frame on a more exponential. So that way it just ingests the data for you a little quicker, because we don't want it to be smoothed out. But
yeah, exactly.
Personal preference, obviously, but that's why I do it.
No, as soon as I switched it over, I'm like, oh, okay, this is looking really nice now.
Right.
Yeah, this is looking really, really good. I'm gonna actually add this.
And if you want,
moving averages.
Sure.
Now, Dana uses the DMA. What's the difference with that?
I have no
idea. DMA?
I have no idea.
You're talking about all the time.
I don't use the DMA.
Daily moving average, right? Daily moving average.
Yeah, the daily moving average. Yeah.
Well, that's still a moving average.
Yeah, so I don't use the daily moving averages. It's only because I think when he talks about the daily moving averages, it's for more of his EP strategy. That would be my guess on it.
Was that daily or was it displaced, Dan Bob?
I don't know what it stands for.
Displaced moving average, a technical indicator that helps traders analyze stock market patterns. DMA is a variation of the moving average that can be moved forward or backwards in time. This displacement or lag effect can help traders understand market trends and potential trading opportunities. For example, the 30-day moving average can help identify. So yeah, it's the same thing we're doing, guys. It's the exact same thing. It's just called a DMA, a moving average, a daily moving average, an hourly moving average. It all depends on what time frame you're using it on. He's using it as a daily time frame, is what he's saying. To my best understanding. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I do also have I don't know if you have this one on your list, but CLS.
Let's see.
Celestica. So this was when we took Flex, and then I don't think Flex is doing too well. Yeah, it's not. But CLS is a leader in this sector right now. So this is definitely something to watch, and it's holding up really nicely and forming a nice trend along this 10-day and 21-day moving average. Now it is tightening up really, really nicely. You have this 2 days of volume drop, and put the cherry on top, you have CLS in a hotter sector, so it's ranked number 16. The electronic contractor manufacturer is ranked 16 right now, and it's in the current IBD industrial ranking. So I would definitely keep this on your watch list, and it's a 5 ADR. So that, and then CORZ.
Yes,
CORZ is looking very well. Yeah, this one's looking very, very nice. You have big run up. Now, CORZ, I want 1 or 2 more days. That would be perfect. It kind of came up, touched this, and then if we could see it pull back and tighten up with below average volume, that'd be it would be so
is this
see. I think it's to do with, I think it's a minor.
Is it?
I think so. Yeah, blockchain.
Oh,
blockchain infrastructure and
shit.
artificial intelligence.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
so
while we're on this though, Awesome Art, as long as she's still here, she wants you to go over IREN and CLSK, but I would like for you to go over personally Mara, because I think that was a much cleaner setup. So you guys have to understand the miners are hot in Bitcoin right now. CORZ, IREN,
What is this?
CLSK, and Mara, they are all in the same category. They are hot.
36,
So definitely put
Yeah,
CORZ
sorry.
on your
I just want to see the top
on your
stuff.
watch list, because it looks like it's getting ready to break out for sure.
Yeah. So CO's RZ is definitely a leader.
Well, look at
and then
Mara
we
for
can
me. Look at Mara, and then
Okay.
go over what Awesome Art wants you to, because look at this clean break on the trend for Mara. This is what I like, guys, right here. Like beautiful, beautiful clean break. Now, it wasn't following
Wait,
any
what
of
is-
the moving averages very well, but that is a nice clean trend break right there on volume. And I didn't take it.
I mean, it was following the 50-day.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was getting tight on the 50. So you could use that, but I don't know. It's arguably, not following the moving averages, because it broke through, it broke back up, it broke through, it broke back up. It's not really following it until, except for the past 2 months, maybe a month and a quarter, really.
Yeah. So with Mara, it seems like there's just a lot of overhead supply up here.
I agree.
And it could go on a run here, but I think it would hit this $23 area, and then just kind of base out again, maybe, just because there's a lot of resistance right in this area. But this does look really nice. I just don't like how it came down and then broke below the 50-day and then came back up, and then it got tight. I agree. But it's definitely something to watch and see if it can make a bigger move to the upside, because Mara took off, and I don't think CLSK kind of had a break here, but it definitely didn't have as clean of a break as Mara did. So yeah.
And then take a look at IREN. That's going to be close to your CORZ, and it does look like it's respecting the 21-day anyway.
Yeah. So we got to see it build some higher lows here. So it put in one low here, and then we would kind of want to see it maybe trade up here and then just hold this 21-day and get tight, and then form something like this, something like that. So this needs in my opinion, this needs a little bit more time. That's just my opinion on the stock. So we'll wait. I would wait and see how this thing's set up. But I really want to get into one of these miners, because they've been really hot, especially with Mara and CLSK breaking out today. It would be really nice to get into one of these miners.
I got 2 more for you whenever you're ready.
Go ahead, brother.
Let's check out MDGL. And then I have
I have that one right here.
I thought you did. And I'm surprised you didn't bring it up.
Yeah, MDGL. I didn't have it up here. But yeah, this one's looking really, really, really nice. You have, it's the same thing. Like that's the thing I love about trading. And teaching you guys, because you get to see it's just the same rinse and repeat strategy over and over again. And if you stick to this strategy, you have the move up, and then you have a base being formed, you have an RS rating over 90. You will make money in the stock market if you're patient and you have a proper risk management. It's all about that patience and that timing and finding these setups. So yeah,
this is what we're studying, guys. We're studying all the greats. We're studying everybody that plays these momentum trade breakouts. It's all rinse and repeat, and that's why we're training your eye, because it helps us train our eyes even further. And we're going back and forth, Covey and I, back and forth like this. We used to do it by ourselves without any audience, and it was a hell of a lot of fun. And we dreamed about having an audience to be able to collaborate with. So if you guys get better and better and better at finding these, The few that we do miss, you can bring to our attention so we all can trade the same way, or at least have our eyes tuned in to look for the same type of trades, because that's when the real money starts coming in. When you don't miss any of these opportunities, we find all the stocks and choose the best of the best. That's how we all make money in this situation. And this is all free, guys. It's everything we hand out here is absolutely free, because we know we're benefiting from this as well too. So just keep tuning in, guys, and you'll get this down pat, and you'll have a beautiful process like we do, and you'll be making money in no time.
Yeah, and even if you don't want to take trading to like this serious of a level, or constantly be watching the stock market, it just gives you a good understanding of, I guess, investing and where the market's at, just from basic stage analysis and having just a basic knowledge of technical patterns, right? So, but yeah, NDGL, I'm glad you brought it up. It's because I almost forgot about it. Yeah, this is looking really, really nice. So we'll see how this one sets up. But yeah, that's kind of all I got. I got EBS, that one still needs time. CLEU, this looks very ugly, but just watching it. RNA, need to come back, touch 10-day.
RNA pissed
Kava,
me off.
I did have Kava on here, and Dave, you did take Kava.
I did take
right?
Kava today, and I was actually going to bring it up. I played it as a base breakout, but I like your trend look on that, honestly. So I played the base breakout. If you just run it, it's kind of hard. Right. No, it's okay. I want to just give you the price so I can tell you.
Yeah.
So I played it more of a 93.40 as the base. So I just
93.40.
Yeah. So I got rid of the wicks. But can you see it on your chart? Do you see the 93.40?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
I kind of see. I see what.
It's not clean. It's not that clean, but that's how I traded it. And then I ended up taking it at 94.74. So I played it more of a trend, but I wanted it to get above previous day's high. So I could have got a better price, but that's just.
Did you take it on this candle right here? This volume candle?
I took it on
8:55.
I'm looking on the 1 hour. I took it the third one in, so I took it at 11.
Okay, yeah.
So it was after the volume came in, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Beauty.
But I had
yeah,
to
we'll
wait
see how
for
that one works
volume.
out.
Yeah, I hope it does. Obviously, but
Yep.
I like that you pointed a trend out there, because I didn't see the trend on my Thinkorswim chart, so that's very interesting.
Yeah, I just removed these wicks up, and then it kind of formed a nice little trend here. But
I like to do it like that too. Very nice.
But yeah, I didn't take it today.
You did or did not?
I didn't.
Okay.
So I just kind of sat on the side. But yeah, that's good trade today, and hopefully she works out tomorrow. But that's kind of my list. Is there any other? There's DXYZ. DXYZ.
Yeah, Volpew wants you to look at DXYZ.
Yeah,
I already looked it up. We're
Destiny. I remember someone brought this up. Who was this, man? Like a couple months ago. But no, so DXYZ. Yes, it had big volume day on this too, but it just this one would be a tough one for me to take. I don't really see a lot of conviction in it yet with an RS rating of 88.
No new
and
higher
yes, it had a little. Yeah, no new higher lows. Now, if this thing pulled back to the 10-day and then ripped higher and then set up again, then I'd be like, oh, okay, this is looking really, really good. And if there's no, yes, this is a crazy amount of volume that came into the stock, but looking back at its IPO, it's not nowhere near its average volume of these big wick candle days. So I would need to see something clearing these volume candles to definitely be like, oh, this is making me excited. DXYZ does need time, and I needed to see where it's going to go in a couple of days or even a couple of weeks, and see if we can get some more buying behind it. But yeah, it's a tough one it would be a tough one for me to take as of right now.
I agree.
So yeah,
I agree.
But yeah,
For me, that's what I would consider like a dead cat bounce. You get a huge push up previous, and then it comes down, and it's just kind of wiggling around down there. It's shaking out the rest of the short sale traders, or that might just be somebody exiting. They're covering their short sale trade all the way down there. So I don't see much there either.
Yeah. Well, if you guys, that's kind of my watch list. So if you guys have any like questions or like literally about anything that me and Dave can talk to you, like help you guys out with, like feel free to ask it now. Like we're done 10 minutes early, so this is more just like,
this is for you guys.
Yeah, just
Hey,
chill.
Can you take a look at a ticker for me, please?
I got you, B Stewie.
B Stewie, this better be a good one.
Well, the ADR is probably slow. I don't know.
It's all right, brother.
ASC.
AST?
ASC.
ASC. ASC. Come on. There we go. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, ADR right off bat 3, but I do like the stock you chose here because
it's good.
Because you have a stock like ASC, and like I just said, it's in a hot sector. Like shipping right now is ranked number 2 compared to the whole world market, compared to all the stocks and how it's performing to market, based on the IBD industrial rankings. So you have a stock basing out here. You have a big shakeout here. Let's start from the beginning. You have a big run up on earnings, so they reported really good earnings. You run up here, formed a base. You had a shakeout here, came back, pretty much touched all-time highs here, just below it, sold back off again. Now it's holding a 10-day moving average. Now if we could see it start to tighten up and form like a VCP pattern, like NEXT, like you have a move up and then it starts getting tight. Now if we have ASC start to big move up and then start to get tight, and then get really tight, like 2 more contractions. So you move up like this, and then you have a move down like this, and then you have, this is just over a course of like a week, and then you have a big breakout, something like that. That's what we would want to see with ASC. But I do like the stock because it is in the shipping sector and the transport sector. So there is, institutions are definitely looking at something like this. But yeah, I like the call, Stewie.
Thanks, Kobe. Appreciate it.
Yep. Just give it. I would give it. It'd probably need another week to base out, maybe a little bit more than that. But we'll see how she acts. I'm gonna throw it on my watch list just to see how it acts. But yeah.
All right, cool.
Guys, any more tickers? Type it in the chat. Let me know. I love doing this, so it's really awesome to see you guys bring in some good tickers for us to look at, because I don't know, stock market, it's a really nice passion to have, because not a lot of people can do it, right? Not a lot of people are successful in it. Like, yes, you can throw your money in the S&P 500 and make 8% a year, 10 to 8% a year, protect your money, but it's way harder to outdo that benchmark, right? So just to have do something like this where not only 5% of people can do, it's pretty remarkable. So just let me know if you guys, even setting up TradingView, I'm here to help you guys. So if not, then
I got another one if nobody's biting.
I don't think anyone's biting right now, so send it off.
ADMA. Have we gone over that?
ADMA. No, we haven't gone over this one. So the thing I like about ADMA, which as you can see, I marked it out here and I marked it out here for a breakout. But yeah, this thing is just, especially being a biotech, this thing has just been launching. Even with the market pulling back, this thing doesn't really care, and it's just been keep going and going and going. Now, the thing I would like to see with ADMA is if the market pulls back here, I want to see this thing pull back too, but like not pull, start to trade sideways and trade sideways as the market's pulling back, and then see it go. This thing could be a powerhouse, but as of right now, there's nothing really tradable with it because it's just been grinding on that 10-day, right? This was kind of the only tradable part that I have marked out here, right on this little 5-day, 6-day trend. But like I said, it was tough. It would have been tough for me to take this one just because of the way it just didn't find any support on the 10-day, and then it was extended. So, but I do like the stocks, Stewie.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted your technical analysis on it. It's nothing I'm gonna like trade or anything right away.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Kobe.
What, brother?
You do a ticker though. So down on your volume candles, you've got the line that runs horizontally. That's a moving average, I think, right?
Yeah. So this is
So what moving average is that? Is that a 30?
So this is the 50-day. 50-day moving average. So the reason I like to use the 50-day is you don't get a lot of fluctuation if you use like a 30 or a 21 or a 10 on the volume. It's very consistent, and it gives you a good indication of what trades below and what trades above average volume. And over the course of me and Dave trading, volumes becoming ever more important because that's actually what moves the stock, right? You need volume coming into the stock, people buying it to move it up, right? So that's why I use the 50-day. Very little fluctuation, and it gives you a good basis point on what's below average and what's above average when a stock's trading volume. And then that's just, I highly recommend you get this volume indicator just for having a moving average on here and seeing where these big volume days are traded. So yeah, thanks for bringing that up, Dan.
Yeah, thank you for answering. I've been meaning to ask you that.
No problem, brother. But yeah, I do go over that in the Trading View video. But yeah, I'm hoping to also get out a video talking more about the base breakout strategy or setting up your broker, connecting your broker to TradingView. Because if anybody uses like Webull, Interactive Brokers, I think Robinhood's part of their platform now. What's another one? TradeStation. There's one more big one. Questrade. That was the one. Questrade. You can all hook these up, and then you can just trade on one platform, which makes it so much easier. And that's exactly what I do. I literally go here, I click on Interact Brokers, and I connect my account, right? So it's just something to think about. So yeah, you see it pops up here, and then I put in the quantity I want to buy, and it's super easy. But anyways, that's kind of getting into the technicals of the Trading View. But
all right. Guys, let me
wrap it up, Dave.
Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up. Listen up, guys. Tomorrow, July 2nd, our old Papa Powell is going to be speaking at 9:30. I will be streaming it live. I'll be here from right around 8:30. I'll stream all the way till 9:30. We'll give you the whole market overview, what to expect, the economic calendar, what data is coming out. And so I will be out at least by 9. Let's say 9 o'clock. If I'm out a little earlier, it's because I've had my morning coffee. But we'll say I will be live by 9, so make sure you watch out. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I'm live. Come support your boy. And we are going to watch old Papa Powell in his speech, as we do every time. It's fun to watch his speech and the volatility come in the market, so make sure you do that. Of course, I always want to bring up that Trading View. If you want Covey's platform that him and I both use to draw these beautiful picturesque, so that way you can train your eye. That way you can figure out how to do this not just by watching us, but on your own. Make sure you use my my affiliate link, okay? And it's in both the resource, the water cooler chat, and our general chat. And if you're watching this at a later time, make sure you click it in the description down below. And it's absolutely free, guys. We'll never ask for any of your money ever. Now, if you want to upgrade that, you can get the Essential platform, and if you do, it gives you $15 off, okay? But you don't it's not something you have to do. And then, of course, if you look at my screen right here, or in the water cooler as well, or in the Trader School on the YouTube, that is where Covey has set up your TradingView platform for you. He walks you through each step. It's extremely helpful, and he will also be coming out with some newer how-to things to do as well. So keep that in mind, guys. I just wanted to say thank you once again for helping us get our YouTube up there. We're up 951 subscribers. Our first goal is 1,000, and it is all thanks to you. And obviously, I just got to give a huge shout out to Covey for helping every inch of this program, and Dan, Bob Dan, the greatest moderator alive. If it wasn't for these two guys, I would not have a show. So thank you guys so much. And thank everyone for being here. Thank you guys so much. And I hope you guys have an awesome night. We'll see you tomorrow during the live.